Okay, there we go. Sorry. My daughter has just been dropped off, so I'll now go back to watching pool. Much to her consternation. I'm probably not even using that right. Anyway, Cass at the table. Still 0-0. He's going to 5. Gary's going to 6. I don't like having to jack up over the 11, but I think the 10 ball is the right shot. Come all the way across the table. You got to shoot this gentle. You put any pace on this, you're going to slide into that side pocket. Just nice and smooth. Just like that. Nicely done. Brings it across. Now the only thing he has to contend with is that side pocket horns. They can jump up and bite you. Anytime you have to run the ball past the side, it's always iffy. If you're a quarter inch off the rail, it's so much easier. And there it is. Nice finish. Cass will put the first marker on the board. Take a 1-0 lead. Cast a break, rack number 2. Some clusters there. Not too bad. Got a couple down. Couple of starting options, not many. Probably the 1 ball on the side and then going for the 5 and somehow, well, he might go for the 4. The 1-4. Sorry, 6-1-6. All depends on what he can leave himself after that. Looks like he's going to try and come back for the 4. Oh no, he's bumped the 13 out of the way, but it's the 4 ball that he's got left. Sorry, 6. He's got the 6 ball left. Man, messing with the color of the 4 balls got me all weirded out. Banking the 4, trying to keep the cue ball in a position that he can go after the 7 and break the 2 out afterward. It's going to be tight to come off that rail thread between the 10 and the 8. That line can be done. He's got the line right, didn't get the bank right. Cue ball didn't quite end up where he wanted it anyway, but he did get between the 10 and the 8, and that was going to be a tricky proposition. Gary's got a thin cut on, well, but a half ball cut on the 9. Might come 2 rails, try and break out that 12. Oh, he tried to give it a go. I don't believe Cass has the correct angle on this 7 to bump the 12. It's going to be close, but I don't believe it's there. We'll see. Maybe he can slide through there and just clip the 12. Put that 7 in the right-hand side of that pocket as we look at it. I think he's going to skate right on by. He may even scratch if he tries to hit it. No, he missed it, but he made the 4. That's going to be interesting. Legal hit, but that broke everything out. Gary's a pretty decent shot, though. You don't want to let Gary get to the table with an open rack like this. Your odds of getting back after he's done, well, they're high if you're going to rack. Although he looks a little bit off today. Just going to throw that 9 in. Yeah, he's just not got the table lines down yet. Won't take him long, though. Finding the speed now. Bottom right corner to even it up and 1. Gary Sankey getting it done. Rack number 3. This is the Vancouver 2023 Summer Tournament of Titans. There's no green fees, no admin fees. Thank you to Jose Lazaro of Metro Coffee Bar and Billiards. He's always sponsoring tournaments like this, letting us play there. You know, so while you're there, grab a sandwich, grab a drink. If you can't watch the pool, then there's a big screen in the cafe area. You can watch a little bit of football, aka soccer as we call it in North America. Gary's sizing up the table. He can draw back just a little bit off this 6. He'll have the 7 in the side. Nope, taking the 1. Wasn't even going to draw back. He'll draw off of this one. He's got a lot of options coming off this 1 depending on where he lands. If he makes the 1. Didn't expect that. Cass with a 9 ball sitting right there. Probably will not elect to shoot the 11. He's got to get up over the 4 for that. 9 ball gives him options. You gotta watch out you don't hit the 8 at a funny angle. That should still work. He can just get clear of that 8. Should be okay here. Rolling the 11 in. Needs to miss the 5 and hit the 3 hard enough that he's still got the 13. And he missed the 11. I think Gary has the 7 to start himself off. Should work well enough. Or the 5. He's taking the 5 to that bottom left corner pocket. Now he'll pull the 7, top left, draw the cue ball back out into the center of the table for the 4. Or the 2. I thought he had more angle than that. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold that there. Seven o'clock already. I'm going to miss the next match. Most likely. I'll stream it, but I'm going to miss the commentary. I've got to go make dinner. I know I had a break for lunch 5 and a bit hours ago, 5.5 hours ago, 6 hours ago. What's up with that? Roll the 4 in the side, or is he going to roll the cue ball past? He's going to roll the cue ball past to play the 2 in the side. If he can hold it there, I'd rather play it in the bottom right, but either will work. And he's actually hit the weight almost perfect. I think he's going to roll into the 13. But that'll just send him closer to the 8. Gary will get his second one. Second game downrange, leads 2-1 now. Don't forget Crystal Palace Cues. Rack number 4. Cast to the table. 2-5 might be a little tricky, but highball's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Position to the 8 might be a little different. It does go in that top middle pocket. It goes in the bottom middle pocket. Could go bottom right. Really tough to get positioned to play at top right. 12 ball it is. Not sure if he can cue low enough on this ball. He may end up going forward. May go 3 rails. Come out for the 9. Oh, it's got to get some spin on it. That'll work. Now you can slide right by the 10, or you can draw out and play the 10 right after the 9. I think I like sliding by the 10, work on that 15. Oh, he's going to be a little short though. He's going to have to take the 14 now. No, it looks like he's going to play the 10 up in the top right. I don't mind that. It's going to be awkward to play position on it otherwise. Might as well take it now. It doesn't change their position on the other two. You just need to draw back. Get as straight as you can on that 14. Well, that might make it a little bit trickier to hold for the 15. But if you get the right angle, you can slide between the 4 and the 5 and play the 8 into this bottom side pocket. Just got to get the right angle. It's a tricky little delicate shot. Okay, now cutting this in the bottom left corner is going to require some speed control, because your cue ball is going to have a lot of speed and you're going to have to try and kill it with some siding on that end rail. If you cut it into the top left corner pocket, I don't think you have a hope of staying on that 8 ball. I don't think you can hold it. Unless you go 2 rails and use the 1 ball to slow it down. Right? Oops. And get your cue ball in here. That would be a heck of a shot. He's cutting it over. So just a little bit of left-hand siding so that you can go 2 rails into the 1, but you want to hit this side of the 1, not that side. It's a little hard to be accurate with the mouse here. Oh, and he's missed the 1. Gary with an opportunity to save the rack. Gonna try and go right in at the 5-2 right now. Has to be careful he don't cut that. He doesn't cut the 8 in the side. Great cue ball control. Got the breakout. Avoided hitting the 8. Now he doesn't have a lot of angle on the 6, so I'm not sure how he's going to get out for the 1. He might take the 1 in the side. He's looking at the 1 in the side right now. He's looking at the 1 in the side and bringing the cue ball over here for the 5 in this side. Ooh. He was able to follow that up fairly straight. Looks like he's going to put some speed on this one, get the cue ball around. He doesn't want to leave it on this side of the table if he misses. And anywhere out in the middle of the table will be fine. I think it's the 6 ball now. And just trying to get back here. Oh, little overhit, but that'll work. That will work. He might make the 15 here. If he just plays straight top, he's going to come close. Oh, he just elected to draw it out. And it spins back out to the center of the table for a shot to put that 4 ball top left corner pocket. Bring the cue ball around for the 8. Oh, he's in the middle. Cuts it in the side. So a little bit of bottom, just a hair of left. You don't really want to put a lot of left on this and bring it back into the middle of the table. You just want to stop it from going. Yeah, there you go. Just like that. See, and then if he misses, Cass is looking at something he doesn't want to look at. So there we go. Gary Sankey leads 3-1 in this race to 6. He's given up 1 game to Cass. Cass only has to go to 5. The next match will be non-commentated, and we'll come back for the last match of the night. In the meantime, that's where we're at. Utkarsh Zoting took Chris Makala to the hill and passed. Mason Mackey. Looks like Al Damji is forfeited. I don't know why there's a 0-0 score. The only thing I could think of that is that it's a forfeit. So we're almost done this first round of A's, and then I guess they've got to go through another round, or sorry, round of B's, and they'll go through another round of B's. But Utkarsh Zoting is coming back tomorrow. He's had to play some pretty decent players today. Don't let that scoreline in the first one fool you. Catherine Robertson and my Fargo are really close. I think hers might even be higher than mine. I don't remember. Got her by 1 point. Sorry. Cass with an opportunity to move some around. Maybe take a few off the board. Maybe even finish the rack. He's got some work to do though. That 15-13 in the middle of the table doesn't look very promising. At 12 blocked by the 4 is an issue. So with half his balls tied up and half in the open, Cass has some work to do. Or is it still open? Was that off the break? That might have been off the break, and he's going low ball. That was off the break. All right. That's what I get for not being back in time for the break. Taking the 4 to the corner. Trying to hold for the 7 in the side. Go across and back. That'll get it done. Oh, I gotta start playing more. Soon as I finish the renovations in the house. Don't ever renovate your house. It never ends. Really, honestly, it almost feels like that. Oh, and he overcuts the 7. Gary back to the table, but he's going to have to deal with that 13-15. Might have an opportunity to do it now. I think that's the 15. Oh, he's moved the 11 out of the way. Hasn't made things much better. Oh, and for those of you who haven't heard, there will be a Moscone-esque type tournament between in Asia. I think we've all been looking forward to that. The quality of pool in there is unbelievable. Don't get me wrong, I'm still watching the Moscone Cup. It has a certain appeal to it. That is just too much fun. Gary making it look easy. Cue ball's under control this evening. 4-1. Cass on the short end right now. What they need is to have 2 more teams so that you can have Asia versus someone. And then, you know what, you could probably have, you could have 2 Asia teams, 2 Europe teams, and the 1 American team. That would kind of ruin the Moscone, though. The good thing about the Moscone Cup is its uniqueness, right? They should have league matches in conjunction with open matches and have like a 8-team professional league sponsored. And then after, you know, whatever open, just made up of the guys that always go to the big tournaments, like the Spanish Open, the UK Open, the US Open. Right? That'd be interesting. There we go. Finally got the social ticker going again. He plays great. Gary's always been a good shooter. Oh, man, I just got the social media comments up and running. Thanks. Thanks very much, Patrick. I appreciate that. The 500 stars. Awesome. Mr. Estrada in the house. Miss Fraser there as well. I have a lot of fun commentating these. It can be a long day. It can be a long day. That's why I'm trying to pace myself today and just skip a match here or there. And then I did have a project come up that I had to quickly do. And I have a meeting in 20 minutes about that project. So I will have to leave you guys for a bit. Playing a safe here, getting up in behind the 2, and he's locked him up in jail. Hopefully the replay works. And look at that, just snuggle right in on the behind the 2, and he's locked him up in jail. Oof. Hey, no problem. I just sit here and talk about pool. Everybody else goes out and plays, and the tournament organizers like Cody Graham organizes it and gets sponsors and does a poster up. I get the fun job of sitting here and talking. Although I gotta admit, I do feel the urge more and more to play nowadays. It's just, I got too many things on the go. That's not a bad leave. Gary won't have much to do with this. He won't have a lot of options here. He might be able to see the 5, and if he can see the 5, he'll thin the 5 out of the way. Might draw off the 5, draw off the 10, try and draw 2 rails back inside there. Oh, he's cutting the 5 in. Oh, that'd be a heck of a shot from here. Oh, he clipped the edge of the 7. Oh, that'd be a heck of a shot from here. He just clipped the edge of the 7. Oh no, don't tell me that the replay is gonna... replay barfed. Never mind. I think there's an issue with this version that I'm using and Windows 11. So I may have to roll the computer back to Windows 10. Not that I really want to, but if I have to, I have to. Nice breakout from Cass. Lands on the 9. If he can slide by the 5, he'll be looking good to finish this rack. Gotta smooth this in. Well, he could draw it straight down between the 13 and the 4. That works. He needs to come almost to the 4 here. He needs to get very straight on this 13. I'm trying to draw the circle through the bottom of the ball. So he needs to get like right here so that he can cue past the 4 and just draw into this area for the 8. So just a hair offline. It's going to be too much. Still options. He can come through it. He could try and draw off it into the 6. I think that one might be a little bit of a tough go. I'm not sure what he's trying here. It looks like he's going to put some power into this, try and get that through the 6-2. Just wants to hit them hard enough to clear it, but he might have a hard time avoiding the 3. Oh, wow. That'll work. That will work. Cass getting it done. Oh, and replay. Still all messed up. No, I was just checking out the replay, trying to get him to work, but it's not going to work. Oh well. I'll have to do some more practice on that once I finish recarpeting the stairs. What was that? Sorry. Whoa, 7-ball took a funny bump off the template there. Dry break from Gary. Can Cass run this one out and get within 2 of the hill? Or get within 2 of winning? We'll know in a moment. Seven and 1. Shouldn't be too tricky. Well, right off the bat, he can start working on it. Draw off the 2 into the 12. Hold there for the 3. Now he's going to work the other end of the table. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'll take pretty much any kind of template. I'm so bad at racking with a wood rack. It's absolutely gross. I like the consistency of the actual spread of the balls. The fact that they do come apart when you use a template rack. But the one and only drawback is that you can't get that template out of the way fast enough. You just can't. Especially an 8-ball, because there's so many more balls moving on the table, it does get in the road. Oh boy. Cass did not want to move that 3. I'm not sure he has enough of the 7. He might just barely. If he does, he can draw into the 9 and bump that 3 out and still have the 1. Oh, he drifted too far. He's going to be scrambling now to get the 3. Three ball goes to the side, but I do not know how he's going to hold there for that 1 ball. He's got to hit the cue ball like right there as we look at the 3 and get the cue ball to come up here, check on the rail and come back down either into the 9 or out to here. A little bit of top left, avoid the side, go 2 rails and check it back down that rail. That isn't what he tried. He tried something else. And we'll never know if it will work because he missed the ball. So, and that happens. Gary wants to get far enough over for the 10 if he can right away, but it's not too bad. He can still use that. I think that's the 15 to get back on the 10. Oh, he's going to go after the 9. Okay, you saw him line up the 14. He's going to roll forward a little bit, play that 14 in the side pocket. Went a little too far. That's not so bad though. It's not like he went 4 or 5 ball lengths. He's only went like a ball length or half a ball length. Well, he's pretty straight on the 10. I'm not sure how he's going to get over for that 12. He might have enough room to play it with top left, go into the rail and spin it back to almost where his hand is. If he's a little short, it goes nicely to the corner. If he rolls this in, he's got to kind of stun it to bump the 8 and get the 8 over the side pocket. Or not, or he could just slide by it, play it in top left corner pocket. I thought he was going to have more speed on it than that. There you go. Mr. Sankey on the hill leads 5-2. We will stop and restart the stream after this match again. That match will be non-commentated. Have to go eat something. And then we'll hopefully get back in time to do one more match this evening before we call it a night, shut it down, and get ready for tomorrow. He is hitting the ball well, isn't he? Jennifer, hey Mike, good to hear from you, sir. Hope I can get down there and play a little bit sometime soon. It's gonna be a while though. Rack number 8, cast to break. If he breaks from the side, okay, so now you're going to watch the 15 ball. Might as well pay attention to it because we've got nothing better to do, right? 15 ball is going to try on bank side. Oh, 8 ball kicked it out of the way. It was going to run a little short, I think. But it is a ball you can count on to come close. If you break from the side, that's the ball that's going to come out, depending on how hard you hit it and where you hit it on the 1 ball. It likes to head in that direction. That's the ball to get rid of if you can. Right after this, if you can somehow get on that 3. Might have come too far to go 1 rail and after it. Okay. It looks like he's got the angle to find the gap or possibly go into that. What is that? The 12 ball, I think it is. I think he thought he was going to hit the 12. Push it out of the way. But he slipped right on by. He's trying to find an angle that he can come off. If he can draw off the 7 to here, then he can draw off the 4 with the cue ball and punch the 3 loose a little bit and still have the 1. No, he's going around it. Oh, and he broke the 3 out and tied it up again. Cass with some work to do. They're doing a couple more A-side matches tonight. Guess they don't want to knock out too many people, make everybody come back tomorrow. It's supposed to be fun to go there and play and watch everybody else and take your crack at it. And the longer you're there, the more you buy for food. Help Jose in the Metro Cafe. Get a sandwich, bag of chips even, something. Why, maybe even have a beverage if you're sitting down in the area. Didn't quite get where he wanted to be, but he's going to have to take the 1 now. The 8 ball is stopping him from going up and down off that rail. Trying to come around for a shot at the 7. Now it's going to be tight, but he's got to try and get past the 7. I'm not sure that that path is there. That 8 ball looks like it's in the road. He's going to have to check it on the rail. And you can see he's lining up the angle here, right? He's trying to get in here. But trying to get the cue ball on that path, it's not there. He's just barely going to clip it if he does. He might try and slam into the 11 and push the 11 in there and open it up, but that's really risky. And now he's looking at coming all the way around out here for the 2 to draw across. That's leaving that ball last, but there's not really much he can do about it. Doesn't want to be behind that ball. He's going to be shooting the 3 anyway. I think he might have a bank angle here. He's got an angle there. You can just draw it back off that ball. He had a shot at it. He had a look at the 2, and it wasn't a bad one from there. So there it is, Cass, which could be his last turn at the table. If he doesn't get out, he's better get safe. Going into the rail and back out for the 13. No, he's not sure. It's all there for him. A little too far for the 14, but that's okay. He's got another attempt at it. 9 to the 15, 15 up for the 14. He's going to have to come back across center either side because it doesn't go bottom left, doesn't go top left. Just don't fall short. Well, he's got a shot at it. Might be a little longer than we thought, but at least he didn't fall short. To stay alive. One rail up and down. It's going to go a little far. Well, that should still go by the 2 in the side. It's not too tight of an angle from there. And it's in. He knew it when he let it go. He was already walking. Gotta love it. 5-3. Cass staying alive. Gary trying to close it out. He'll get an opportunity here with this break. $11 and $10 ball headed towards the side pockets. Breaking from the middle, those two pop right at it. Oh, and the 11 ball was headed right at that side pocket, but he's made a different one. Low ball looks good except for that 8 ball. High ball is not bad except for the 10 ball. Everything else goes. It's all about whether you can move that 8 and 10. I think I'm playing low ball. Use the 4 to play short side shape on the 8 to this bottom right corner maybe. Oh, Gary's going with high ball. I don't really see too much of a difference between the two as far as overall difficulty. I think either one is fine. They each have different challenges, but well, he's made a move. But didn't really improve it enough. Gary missing an open 15. This is going to bring Cass to the table. And he has an open table. Everything here goes. The 4-ball is only tricky in that you have to get in and out. I'm not a fan of going for it right now. I think your angle to get out of there is a little bit too tough. I think you can improve your position. Maybe get into this area. And then you can go into the 4 into the 9 and draw out if you need to. Whoa now, whoa now. A little too far. 2-ball it is then. It was sitting there annoying him anyway. Might as well take it down. A little too far. You may clip that 4 now. Not sure you can see enough of it to make it. He may have to take the 5. Yeah, there it is. This is risky. I don't know how that's going to come out. It's so difficult to stay in line, isn't it? Cutting the 5 in. No, he's not positive. It's really an awkward position with the cue ball there. If he cuts this 5 in, he's not guaranteed to control the cue ball well, and he could clip the 10, clip the 8, clip the 15, go too long and have nothing. See, even if he made it, he had nothing to shoot at there. In the meantime, Gary with another opportunity to close out the rack and advance in the tournament. And just snuggles right up on the 12. He's got the 9, but you know, he's got to juice it to get back to do anything with that, you know, 10, 15, 12. This is going to have a stroke on it. That cue ball is going to run. There we go. That's a great shot. Needs to stop. That'll work. Just needs to roll forward a bit. You know, I hate to say it, but that's an awkward finish. Not sure if the 15 goes past the 6, doesn't go to the side, clearly doesn't go past the 8. He's going to have to play short side shape. He may have to come back the way he is. Come in there, and then you've got that corner. If you get the initial line wrong, you might come into the 4. You've got it in the side. I don't mind that if you can come here. He's looking at that, I believe. The 2 rails into the 4. Try and use the 4 to stop the cue ball. He's going to scratch in the side. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought that was gonna drop. I can't believe that's hung. I wish you could get a picture from the side rail and see how deep in the pocket that is. Gary need to take a couple steps away from the table there. Oh, it's gonna hit the horn. Oh my gosh, that just about rolled out. If he makes this, he's going to have a big smile and a sigh of relief. So there it is. Gary taking the win, 6-3, with an incredible cue ball stand out of the side pocket when I swore that was going to drop. Okay, folks, I'm going to shut this stream down. We'll start it up again when they have another one. It will be non-commentated, though, because I've got to go make something for dinner. I'm starving. So thanks very much. We'll see you again soon.